welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I'm going to be talking to you about books that are kind of on my wish list. I'm not going to give you my entire wish list because that would be insane, but these are books that have been like on my radar that I feel like if I were to like get a gift card tomorrow, I would go purchase. So these are books that are on my Amazon wish list currently right now. So like if I were to go over to Amazon, I could like click it and purchase it. So these were ones that like are on my radar of like, I really want to read those next. So the very first one is a new to my wish list. It literally just got put on it, but like it sounds so good that I feel like it could beat out my entire wish list, which is crazy considering I literally just put it on there. And that is The Arrangement. And it sounds like this couple who kind of are like bored with their relationship. So they decide that every week they're going to take on like a new partner. And then apparently something goes wrong and things go crazy. And it just sounds so good. It just came out like last week. I saw somebody review it on Instagram and I was like, I need that now. And it's from somebody who I've gotten previous thriller recommendations from that I've loved. So I was like, I need to go get this now because you said so. So that's been on my wish list for like a week, but it's definitely one that I feel like if I were allowed to buy books tomorrow, I would buy them. And then next on my list is Where the Dead Sit Talking, and this is a new one to my wish list as well. This is by Brandon Hobson, and he wrote The Removed, and he is part of the Cherokee Nation, and I found his first book to be so interesting. Well, not first book, the book that I read to be so interesting that I really can't wait to read more about this culture and what it's like. I also added like There and other types of books, but I feel like because I've read this author before, I want to try him again. So hopefully I can get to that one soon. I just gotta put this one as generic as number 3, but it's like a couple different books. So I really want to read a book about Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. I don't know which one though. Like I added like a plethora of them. Like I think I have like 2 or 3 books about each person. Just because I feel like with this election, I was more invested than ever before. I think in the past I've kind of like, okay, I'll pay attention, but like I really didn't pay attention. And with this one, things just felt like so important. And like I'm just so interested to know more about their lives and how they got to be where they are right now. So one of them, like I said, there's books about them that they've written themselves, but there's also books about them that have been written about them by other people. So like autobiographies and biographies, sum it up. But yeah, so I don't know if I want an autobiography about them or a biography written about them. So if you have any recommendations of which one you think I should start with, please let me know down below. And again, if you are interested, my wish list is always linked in my Instagram, in my link in my bio. So if you're ever interested in my wish list in terms of like just to see what is on my radar, definitely go check that out. And so like you could go there and you could see all the different Kamala and Joe books that I have, so you could tell me which one is worth picking up. Then I have Angel of Greenwood, which is on my wish list as a YA book. This is a historical fiction about this, like, I believe it's a massacre that, like, I never knew existed. And it just sounded really interesting. Mama Ellen posted it, and I was like, I love historical fiction books that take you to a time that is not very much, like, we don't teach that in school. Like, I love the typical, like, World War II novel. But I love when an author takes a topic that is not well known and teaches it, because I walk away with so much more. So definitely this one's on my wish list. Yellow Wife, which I'll probably definitely be buying in February because there's a buddy read going on for it and I really want to read it very desperately. And it's about a girl, and she's a slave, but she's kind of like not a slave but not free either, because her mother is the medicine woman for this estate. So she kind of like slides under the radar. So like she's not like treated very poorly, but she's not treated very well either. But she's told that when she's 18, they're going to give her freedom. So she envisions this life of freedom and being able to be with the man she loves. And she turns 18 and they put her in a slave jail, like a slave prison. And now she's got to figure out how to survive all over again. And that just sounds awful. and I can't even imagine what that was like, and I'm very intrigued by that one. Then I have They Never Learn, which I don't know a ton about either. I believe it's a thriller, which is kind of why I haven't looked too much into it. It's like a dark academia, like there's no romance in it, but it's like a dark school set story, which I really enjoy. Like, I really liked Good Girls Lie by J.T. Ellison, so I'm really hoping that that one will also be really good. I've started to see the buzz around it, so, like, again, I don't know a ton about it, but because it's a thriller, I don't really want to know too much. So, or like a mystery, that's why I don't want to know too much. Then I have The Ravens, which is a YA novel with sororities in it, so it makes me really interested to think that YA is now starting to even like branch into those college years, because I feel like when I was in college and that when I first started my channel, it was really hard to know what to read, because adult books, there was 40-year-old people, and then when you're reading YA, they're like 16 and you're 20 and you're like, what? None of these people are me. So it's really interesting to think that The Ravens follows sorority girls, because I was a sorority girl, so I would have related to that so much when it first came out. So like if it had come out when I was like first starting to really get back into reading. So I'm interested to see what it's about. There's like witches, I guess, like these witches are in this sorority. Some people know that they were witches from the beginning. Some people like just find out that they're witches. I don't know. It just sounds really good and intriguing, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So maybe that might be like a book that I might get closer to Halloween. We'll see. Then one of my top books that I really want to get to is The Ancestor, and I believe it's about this girl who like finds out that she inherits all this money from somebody that she like didn't know. And again, sinister, reminds me of like The Death of Mrs. Westaway, probably The Inheritance, Knives Out, like that type of thing. I'm not sure. But this book keeps fluctuating in price. There was one day where it finally like went down to $13 or something like that, or $15, and I almost bought it and then I didn't. And it's been like $24, $22, $27, $24. Like, and it's just like, can you make up your mind? Like, I need a reasonable price. So I've been waiting for it to go back down, because I know it's been down. So I know it's possible to go down. So I've just been playing the when will you get to be where I want to pay the right price for. Then I want to read The Sun Does Shine, because I just read Just Mercy, and I believe The Sun Does Shine is actually one of the men that Steve Bryson worked with and tried to get off death row. And I know Books and Jams, Krista from Books and Jams, raves about it. And she's been basically telling everybody to read it. So it's definitely on my list to get at some point soon, especially since I did really like Just Mercy and I'm really interested to learn more. So, and especially from that one, because it will be on the prisoner's perspective versus the lawyer's perspective. So definitely intriguing. And then the last one is East Coast Girls. This one has been like kind of one of those books that kind of like jumps on my radar, gets off my radar, jumps on my radar, gets off it. So I remember seeing East Coast Girls and being like, I want to read that one. I want to read it. And then for some reason, based off the cover, I was like, oh, you know what? That's probably just like another women's fiction. Like, I don't know if I want that on my shelf right now. And then so I was like, nah. And then I was like, wait a minute. It's a thriller. I want it. So it's kind of had this like up and down flow, but now that I remember that it's a thriller, I definitely want to read it. It's got little beach umbrellas on it, so I might save it for the summer, but it's definitely one on my wish list that I really want to get to at some point. So these are some books that I don't own that are on my bookish wish list that hopefully I will be able to get to in 2021. We'll see, because books come and go all the time. So I'm constantly like on my wish list editing and taking things on and taking things off. So we'll see what ends up happening. But these are ones that I, as of right now, am really interested in. What are some books that you are interested in possibly purchasing soon? Do we have anything in common? Let me know down below, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye, everybody.